Okay, this is part 2 of previous video. Our land, and you can see the ant hills. Compare the ant hills to the surrounding area. The area where I sit at now, the top of that ant hill is about the same level as the road in the front of the land. So just look at that ant hill. You can see over here the slope. If you look at the slope, I don't know if you can see it coming from this side down to this side, coming from this way down this way. Just if you make a judgment, look at the ant hills themselves, and you'll see the difference. You can see the slope as it goes from, you see, you're watching it from your left to your right on the screen. So, and here the slope is right in front of us. You can see I'm holding the camera so that you can see as it slopes up that ant hill here and the ant hill to the left of the screen and the water tank. You can see the slope and the people. There's a guy walking across the screen. Look at him, compare him to the ant hills. But where he's standing is about 5 meters above the level where I'm standing at right now. Anyway, in this area, I'm thinking of, I thought about mangoes and avocados and coconut, but mangoes is so plentiful here in the Gambia that unless I had the one that produce fruit around January, February, and March, it wouldn't make sense having mangoes, because the mangoes, you can buy 4 mangoes for $100. Not that in the future it will be more expensive, but we'll see anyway. I might still plant a few because I love mangoes myself, and I love avocados. Avocado is one of the best fruits that you can grow. And with these, when it got the label as superfruit, that Caucasian is naming everything now, that I mean, pretty soon every vegetable is going to be super something. They just discovering the benefits of eating natural foods. You know, it's so funny. They came to Africa and destroyed everything, and then suddenly now they try to, oh, we gotta save the land, we gotta save the lions, we gotta save the elephants. The same people who used to shoot the elephant for sport, and now tell the Africans how they must save the animals. Anyway, makes me laugh. Oh, lady is cutting firewood. Anyway, like I was saying, hopefully we can get this area behind us, and we'll even plant more trees if you can. But some ingenious person, in order to get some wood, destroyed that tree. That tree is probably 500 years old, and it was a massive tree. You can see it was a massive tree from the trunk. See, that's the tree. It was even bigger than that. Look at the trunk of this one and compare it to the trunk of that one. Look at that tree. And here, beyond our fence, look how massive this one is. This trunk is more than 1 meter across. Look at the size of those logs. And this wood is some of the hardest wood on the planet. They call it the iron tree here. That's how hard the wood is. Termites don't even bother it. If you look at around here, I can show you where the trees that we just cut, have termites on the wood. And look at this. It's sitting here and the termites don't even bother me. Termites, termites are not gonna bother with this. Anyway, that tree, 1,000 years old, about. So anyway, in this area we're planning on planting plantains and bananas. About 3 different type of bananas and plantains. So, and we're going to be planting what is called a malina tree. This tree right here. See how straight the trunk is? We can use for wood. And one of these right here. But up to the first branch, this size is about $400. So imagine having one that's about 1 foot across in diameter. You know, you measuring across the diameter of the trunk, how much you can get for that tree. So I'm planning on planting some of those trees here. There, I have a few over here. You can see them right in front of the. You can see them right in front of the palm trees here. So I'm gonna plant more, and you can harvest them in about 3 or 4 years, and then they regrow. So see those malina trees? Straight trunk. But anyway, this area right here we plan on planting bananas. We're also going to plant a line of citrus trees all the way around the fence. Along the fence line right here, we plant a line of citrus trees right here, probably about 10 meters from the fence. And then between that 10 meters, we plant malina along the fence line. And then in here, we're going to plant cashews along this area right here, because it's not flat like other areas. So we plant the cashews here, so we utilize the terrain, you know, we utilize what we have. You have the birds? Yeah, originally the property line was here, straight up there, from where this tree right here, straight up. But then the owner decided on that end down there to give us 30 meters from this tree inside, and to keep the 30 meters on that side. So we said okay, because this side is flat and we can plant here. And after thinking about whether we want to destroy more of the trees down in there, which are even older and bigger, just to plant, I decided no, we just take this in. But later either me or somebody else will get that. I hope they don't clear it the way people come along and burn all the trees and knock down the trees like the ones over here. So anyway, I was saying, see inside here, that's the way our land looked. It's exactly how it looked before we purchased and cleared it. And I cleared it because I wanted to build a farm. If at some time in the future I decide to, the land around me become available, and I have the capital to purchase it with. I'm going to purchase it and then plant other trees, and also put some cows in there, and maintain it. The cows will help keep the grass down. You see that right there? This little circle begin to form with the wind. Anyway, the cows will keep the grass down, and there's a area you can walk and see birds and all that, and there's a river that runs inside there. So there's a potential for ecotourism that I really like, and because there's a river, like I said, there's a river inside that runs all the way out to the highway in the back here, all the way to the river Gambia, which is probably about 10 kilometers away in the northerly direction. But this is east. As you can see, the sun is over this side, and that is west. But see this area now? This is the flattest. Whoa. This area is the largest part of the flat area of the property. So we are planning to plant vegetables, trees along the fence line up to about 20 meters away from the fence line, and then vegetables all along here. You see all the trees that have been felled, and me not knowing some of the trees here, I allowed too many and I allowed the trees to be cut, that some of the trees to be cut that shouldn't have been cut. But you can't change that now. See, look at these logs. I mean, every time I pass by these logs and look at them, I'm very, saddened by what I allowed to happen. Look at this. This right here is one of the hardest trees, besides the one with the brown trunk here. See the brown and light brown. Those are among the hardest tree woods on the planet. And they're drought resistant. Means that if rain didn't fall here for 5 years, these trees will, the next time it rains, leaves on the trees. See that big tree right over there? That is this tree. As I said before, they call it the iron tree here. So look at all these logs. I'm very, a little bit distraught that I didn't watch this thing carefully and say, hey, no, you don't want that done. I just hired the people and to clear the land, and then later I found out that there are species here that the Gambian government would like to regrow in the Gambia, and this land is among the properties here that have that species, and there's so few of them. As you can see, look, there's one tree over there, one. Well, we had one right here that was cut. There's one in the back that I showed you that was cut, and there's one, I think there are 4 more on this property. So there are 4 of these trees on the property that we need to be saved. And then there's one that is very difficult to find throughout the Gambia. anywhere in the Gambia. That's that tree right here between the two palm trees. You can walk and walk and walk throughout the Gambia and not find many of these, from what I've been told. One day we came in and found one guy stripping the bark off the tree. Why are you doing that? Because it's used for medicine. And he's stripping the bark from around the whole tree. So why are you stripping the bark from around the whole tree? You cut off a little piece of the bark. You grow trees. Come on, please. Go off the line and don't come back. You know, that's the way things are done here. People will say, oh, we use this for this, so you realize that you're killing the tree. And then after you kill the tree, what are you going to use for your medicine? That's what I see Chinese do. Africans are not supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to have the knowledge to preserve. Why are you doing it? You know, when I start talking to people like that, they start saying, we're so sorry, so sorry. No, you not be sorry now. You go ahead and, you know, start planting trees. So, anyway, here comes the goat. That's one of the problems that I see when we begin to plant vegetables, because goats can come through the barbed wire, and goats will eat anything. Goats will eat anything. Anyway, thanks for walking along with me. I'm glad to have you